today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway in Southern California. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Soriano. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Throwing on first down. Soriano. Again, it's Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Allen's got it complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
On third down, Soriano. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jones on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a fourth down.
And this one is right through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. First carry for Najee Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Second and 7. Looking to throw. Soriano. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
On 1st and 10, Soriano. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Soriano. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 6-0 our score after one. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Soriano. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Handing it off to Brown. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead now stands at 13. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Here's Anthony McFarland to return from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Looking to throw. Soriano. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
They'll run with McFarland, pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Anthony McFarland taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a give to Brown. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is the time to Njoku. That catch good for only a couple. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So a race the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Back to throw again. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is now 13. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, Soriano. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, Soriano. Right back to Claypool, this time complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Operating from the gun, Soriano.
Right side, Claypool's got it.
Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Again, McFarland.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, Maybe some concern?
And maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
From the gun on third down, Soriano. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Hurts fumbles it.
And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the...
And the pressure gets to him again.
Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And his first throw here is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And they work this out past the 25.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw. Soriano, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. Hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal. Play action. Soriano looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Boswell's kick is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
They haven't had to rely so much on the passing game. It's really been a team effort in the running game that's kept them successful and has them in the lead.
I like that, too, the team effort, because when I was growing up, one guy carried the football, right? You stuck it in his chest 20 to 30 times a game, and he was the heavy volume, heavy dose guy. Now, you spread it around, different people touching it, and in this game, it's proven to be effective.
And spreading the wealth has been very effective.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Hey, you're at the point in the game right now where you got to start taking some chances, and that chance paid off.
And it's a good idea to be that aggressive because, truthfully, the defensive guys, they're just playing not to make a mistake. That often means you can make a big play against them.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Ebron with it over the middle.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Off the play fake. Soriano completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone.
He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here for Jones. A touchback. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Throwing is Hurts.
And Allen's got it.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurts.
He finds his man complete. It's Flowers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On 1st down, it's Brown. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Brown. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
They'll roll him out, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to take him down. And the final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive along. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. Defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.